You're watching UnrealEntGaming. This is Vegeta, the Prince of all Saiyans. Make sure you subscribe to UnrealEntGaming and push the like button for me.
Or else you'll be Hakai!
Not Beerus.
You know how this works. Make sure you enable all notifications on the channel and watch the entire video all the way through.
And don't forget to follow UnrealEntGaming on both Instagram and Twitter.
That's enough! On with the video.
As the ultimate battle now continues to be waged, involving several different universes within Super Dragon Ball Heroes, the Ultra God mission continues as our heroes are trying to not only fight for their own survival, but fighting for the sake of having to prove something, as there is an all-out battle ensuing involving several different fighters from several different timelines and universes, as I want to go ahead and welcome you all to my Super Dragon Ball Heroes Ultra God Mission Anime Episode number 2 review, where just like last time we had so much potential in seeing so many different fights go down, but here things just so happen to have played out a little differently than how it initially started, right? Which from the very beginning, we saw some very cool stuff. We saw the continuation of Janemba versus Kid Buu. We saw the continuation of Broly versus Jiren, which I don't even know why Broly hasn't transformed yet, but it's clear as day by now that Z Broly does not stand a chance against Jiren. We obviously saw Hit beating up on Hirudegarn, and then we ended up seeing something that I thought was a genuinely decent surprise, and that was Super Saiyan 3 RADITZ. Yes, Super Saiyan 3 RADITZ. And interestingly enough, Super Saiyan 3 RADITZ was shown having to fight against Turles, who was brought back from the dead. So that was like a cool, like little unique thing they had going on. And then we finally saw the initial rematch between Goku and Goku. We saw Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Goku versus Super Saiyan Blue Goku. And once again, for hero standards, it was decent. They started fighting, they started countering each other, and then it was over. So that was something that really irked me like a lot. And I understand that Super Dragon Ball Heroes is never meant to expand, or at least kind of extend a fight to like those extents. But what was really annoying about this was finally getting to see a full-powered Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Goku go at it against a full-powered Super Saiyan Blue Capsule Corp Goku, to where they actually displayed feats of countering each other. They were actually getting the better of each other. I mean, even though they kind of seemed as though they were evenly matched, it was only then where out of nowhere, everyone just started getting brought back to their initial starting stages until the Warriors in Black showed up. Now, they mentioned how the losing teams end up disappearing, in which when they elaborated, they said that their very existence in their own universe has been erased from space-time, right? So this really didn't sit well with everybody, because right before beginning round 2, Future Trunks ended up transforming into a Super Saiyan God, and courtesy of Ios wanting for all of this to happen, Trunks ended up attacking one of the Warriors in Black, to where even from there, Trunks didn't look like he stood a chance at all, right? Which is kind of weird, because it kind of goes on to serve the purpose in asking, okay, well, who exactly are all of these Warriors in Black, right? They have similar auras to Cumber, because as soon as one of them ended up powering up, he went on to create such a shockwave that even Piccolo commented on how tremendous, you know, his ki was. But it wasn't even just his ki that Goku acknowledged, that Piccolo acknowledged, but also his movements, right? Because they were kind of beginning to get suspicious courtesy of the movements of who these warriors were, like, you know what I mean? Which I'm kind of gonna call it right now that Trunks was either fighting future Gohan, or maybe he was fighting some form of Goku Black, maybe. And interestingly enough, we saw something that I really liked, to where it wasn't something similar to Time Skip, but it kind of was, because as soon as the Warrior in Black and Trunks had fired one of their biggest attacks, out of nowhere, Ios went on to freeze their attacks in place, right? Which really didn't go as far as to suggest that nobody at that point could move, that nobody at that point could do anything, but instead, we noticed how she only had gone and freezing their attacks in place, and then she opened up like these two Merno-like portals as the attacks from there had gone right through before she went on to introduce herself, right? So we now kind of know that the Warriors in Black are probably going to be parallel characters to our heroes, so that means probably like an evil version of Piccolo, an evil version of Gohan, stuff like that. And this honestly to me sucks. Why? Because we saw so many mix and matchups between, like I mentioned, Janemba versus Kid Buu, you know, Broly versus Jiren, which again, can anybody answer the question as to why they haven't introduced Dragon Ball Super's variation of Broly into Super Dragon Ball Heroes, right? We know that he's a part of the card game unit. I mean, we've seen so many different, you know, variations and units of Broly in this game, but we don't see him in the promotional anime. Why? It's just weird, but we saw so many crossovers and mix and matchups, but as quickly as it came in and as quickly as it was introduced, and then it was gone, right? So that's just bad. It's trash to me, right? So from what it looks like now, it's going to be the teams that have lost going up against maybe, assumingly, the Warriors in Black, which means, of course, the same warrior that fought the Xeno variation of Goku Black, of course, as he was Super Saiyan Rose 2 in the previous arc, and that kind of means that we're gonna get an all-out battle involving Ios's people and the current characters that we now know of, right? Which also now, if you stop and think about it, begs the question, what exactly is Hearts' motive? Because we saw Hearts and Cumber show up, they're, you know, actually present among our heroes as well. Does Hearts have any kind of agenda or secret motive to do something against Goku? Like, you know what I mean? So all of this is kind of looking as though we're gonna see an all-out battle involving the Supreme Kai of Space-Time, which is that of Ios. She's gonna be the main baddie, which at the same time now as well, kind of begs the question, is Fu really done for good? Like, is this guy really finished? Because, I mean, if he is, then thank God. But if we end up finding out that maybe Fu's alive and he's been watching or just rebuilding himself from like the shadows, that would really suck. But I really am interested to see if the Warriors in Black are going to be destroyed, if we're going to see Fusion fight them, if we're going to see Cumber have a new form, if we're going to see maybe a new fusion between characters we've never seen be done before involving, you know, X, Y, and Z. I guess we'll have to wait and find out, right? Because I don't really see them dropping the ball on this, because if they end up dropping the ball on this, that would be really bad. But the one thing I guess that would really stand out, in my opinion, is if one of the Warriors in Black ends up turning out to be Goku and the other one turns out to be Vegeta. Now, why would I want to see this? Well, can you imagine, and I want you guys to stop and think about this, right? Can you imagine if we ended up seeing Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta versus a dark, I guess you could say evil version of what Gogeta can be? Gogeta versus Gogeta, good versus bad, right? But that's only if two of the other Warrior in Black characters actually end up being Goku and Vegeta, right? Because then we would be getting a Metamorese fusion to an extent, but he would be wearing the robe as well. Maybe he gets like a darker aura, so that would be really cool. The potential is there, like I just said. Super Dragon Ball Heroes tends to introduce and have all of these wacky concepts and ideas, but the overall narrative and execution for said ideas and for said concepts are just really bad. But Hit is there, Jiren's there, Cumber's there, Broly's not there, obviously, everyone is there. So the episode, to me, during the early portions was alright. I guess the Trunks versus Warrior in Black fight, which I think is still going to be Future Gohan, was relatively good because the Warrior in Black did mention, hey, that's kind of a cool little power you got going on there, Trunks, and Trunks is like, Bakara, like what? Nani? You know, so he kind of knows, in a sense. If it's not Black, then I'm fairly certain that it's Gohan at this point, but to that I guess we'll have to wait and see, right? But by the end of all of this, I want to go on ahead and get your thoughts in the comment section below involving two things. Number one, the things that you enjoyed, and number two, the things that you didn't enjoy. Because I will say this, right? I've said this for many years. Super Dragon Ball Heroes always tends to just introduce all of these like crazy, weird, interestingly unique concepts, and then it just flops. It really blows my mind because you have the Supreme Kai of Space-Time, you have the Supreme Kai of Darkness, or whatever the hell it is, and you have all of these interesting, unique aspects to the world, to the universe that you've created here in Super Dragon Ball Heroes, and it really just goes as far as to showcase poor execution. It goes as far as to showcase poor utilization of specific characters, as we've seen with the specific battles that were ongoing before they were briefly ended, which, again, I kind of understand that everything is meant to promote a video game and whatnot, so, you know, to that I kind of understand, but it's like, hey, can we just get a little bit more out of what we're seeing? You know, I don't really think that it'll hurt them at the end of the day to kind of showcase more. And by the way, also, July 1st, 2022, that is when Dragon Ball Super Superhero is going to be released not only in Japan, but also in 100 other countries as well, which kind of means that we might actually end up seeing Dragon Ball Super Superhero together as it is released internationally, because you guys know that there was an internal hack within Toei and they weren't able to put out the movie as it was originally scheduled to be released on April 22nd. So now the date has been pushed to July 1st. So make sure you guys keep your eyes and ears peeled out for that one, because we are going to be getting another trailer and many other things along the way. So make sure you guys tune back in. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your time. If of course you guys are new, smash that subscribe button, give this video a big fat thumbs up right now, and let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Yay or nay, good or bad, let me know down below. Thank you all so much for being here, and I'll be seeing you all down in the comment section below and in the next video. Take it easy guys and have a great day. Peace.
Hello! Did you know that you can stay up to date with the latest Dragon Ball content by simply subscribing to UnrealEntGaming?
Also, don't forget to follow on these social media platforms, you sexy son of a bitch.
Roshi!
Silent Cell, me and the fans are having a moment. That's right. I know what you want. Extra long, thick Dragon Ball content. Quality reviews with flawless editing. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You dirty bitch.
Roshi, the fuck?
God damn it, I need them to subscribe, Cell.
And we're demonetized.
Yeah, screw it. Let's cut to the video.
Cut.